All right, I am sweating. I'm just a fat boy sweating. Alrighty, hey guys, welcome to another Voiceover Day vlog, and I wanted to answer probably one of the biggest questions that I've been asked in the past couple months, and it has been about where to find voiceover demos. And I've talked about this in my live streams. It's actually one of the places that question has come up so much, surprisingly. And there's so many people that want to know where to find good character voiceover demo scripts. And it's easy to do a commercial demo. You can actually go and just transcribe or find pre-existing commercials and just record that, basically the same way that they would, and that would still be good. Because, especially if it's like, let's say it's like McDonald's or something like that, and you went and you found a McDonald's commercial, and you basically redid the McDonald's commercial. You know, you cut out the audio from the commercial, you redid the line, you put the music back in, and all this kind of stuff. That would still be a really good demo. That would still be, assuming that you did it well, that would still be a really good demo to do. Just copying it word for word is totally fine. Now, I'm not saying that you can't copy word for word characters, but you shouldn't. What I mean by that is everyone knows who did what character in the voiceover world, and those companies know who did that character. Because if you're, like, let's say, there's a lot of people that want roles that already exist and that are dominated by one person or a handful of people, and they want to work for that studio that does that thing. They're like, oh, I want to do Batman, or I want to do Wolverine, or I want to do this and that. Well, those studios that would be making those productions, whether it's cartoon or video game, they already have people on a regular basis that do those voices. They also know who's done those voices. So who are you marketing to? You can't take that footage and say, oh, I did that. You can't try to pass that off as if I did that, because everyone knows that you didn't. And they're also not going to try to hire you based on, can you redo that character? They're not going to hire you to do the exact same voice that someone else can do, especially if they don't know who you are. Mark Hamill does the Joker a lot because everyone knows him as the Joker. The studios have worked with him continuously as the Joker. He's the best at doing the Joker. It's a phenomenal performance. And they know if they bring him in to do the Joker, it's going to be loved by the fans. It's going to be top-notch performance. And, you know, they already know how to communicate with him. They already know his schedule. They already know all this stuff about him. They're not going to work with you just because you're cheaper or just because you can do the voice, you know, mimic his perfectly. They're still going to want performance, communication, and that relationship. And you don't have that with them because you're new. So there's no point in trying to redo pre-existing characters. The reason commercial demos, you know, are different is mostly because no one really knows who does those voices. No one's really known for being that one guy for doing that commercial. McDonald's constantly just runs through voice actors all the time. They don't have one person that does their thing. You know, and there might be regional commercials. There might be, you know, commercials that are done for different areas. You know, obviously, if you go to like Australia, they're going to have someone that does, you know, the commercial for that area, you know, for the same franchise as it would be in America. It's going to be a different voice actor. So there's so many people on rotation through those kind of commercial projects that there's no point in, having only one person, that obviously there could be multiple people. And the whole goal for that is for you to mimic the style, not necessarily the person's voice. For anyone who timestamps when does Tim get to the point, go ahead and do that now. So the question of where do I get good character demo scripts is you can't. There's no website that you can get good demo scripts. And by I can't, I mean there's no one place. There's no place that you could just go and download or go and get and then just record it in your own time. A character, video game, anime, animation, cartoon, demo has to be done with a unique script. It has to be done with characters and copy that is tailored to you, because you're not marketing a product. You're not marketing a character. You're not marketing this and that. You're marketing your voice and the voices that you can do. You're marketing all the different voices that you can do, as well as your acting skill. And due to the fact that you're going to have a different Rolodex of character voices, as well as a different level of acting performance, there's no one place that you could go and get a script. If I was to put a script out for you guys, a demo script, every single one of y'all would read that differently. And for 99% of you, it wouldn't be good. And I'm not saying that you're not good. I'm saying that that copy would not be good for you. Some of you guys may get it and it may work for you. But the majority of you, it wouldn't. And then the additional bad side is that for those of you who it did work well for, well, now all of y'all have recorded the exact same thing. The exact same thing. You can't flood the market with demos that all sound the same, because then it's like, well, who's the client going to pick? The reason a client goes with one character voice actor over another is based on their skill and the voices that they do fits their project. Not that they're better overall, not that they can do all the voices, not that they can, do this and that. It's just that their performance matches the particular project that person was working on. And some demos showcase that. Some demos showcase, hey, I can work with that project, but not all the projects. That's why a character demo script needs to be well-rounded. And that's why your character demo script needs to be well-rounded. This is probably bad news for a lot of y'all. You're like, oh, well, cool. So there's no place I can find character demo copy. Well, yes and no. There's not a website, but there is a way that you can get character demo scripts. One way is to contact another voice actor who's been doing this for a really long time, who does their own character demo scripts. I have written script copy for probably about 6 people, and they all seem to enjoy it. And I record my own demos. I write my own copy. Now, I'm not saying you have to come to me. I'm not saying that. But what you can do is you can go and contact other voice actors who make their own scripts, who make their own copies, and ask them to help you. Now, some of them will be willing to just write you the copy. Some of them you may have to do some coaching with, and they want to produce the entire demo for you. But some of them might write it for you. You can also go and find someone who's a professional writer if you have the kind of voices and the projects in mind. What I mean by projects is, so this is how I write copy. First, I send someone, a thread of emails that has, tons of questions like, how many voices can you do? How long have you been doing this? Do you have any acting training? Just the preliminaries. Try to understand them as a person and try to understand their career up to this point. And then ask them if they do any characters. And if they do, perfect. Then I'll ask them to send some samples, and then I'll write some stuff based on that. But I don't always write exactly the character that they've written. What I'll often do is kind of push their boundaries a little bit. Okay, this is kind of a voice that's similar to this, and so I'll send them. So it's basically like an audition. So this is the voice, this is the character, this is kind of their background, here's the line, and it's similar to this voice that you just sent me. And then they'll send me their audition for that line. We'll tweak it, and then okay, that's the perfect voice. I feel like that really displays what you can do. And then we'll do that, the same thing I do that about 6 or 8 times. And I try to make each one of them sound unique and different. That's how I do it. And the reason I told you that, because you're probably wondering, is to explain why it's so hard to just find scripts that fit for everyone. It's incredibly hard. It's almost impossible because there's so much going into the figuring out what works best for each individual person that you can't just find copy. I actually tried. So many people had asked, and I started, I'm going to open this up. I'm dying in here. So many people had asked, so I started really looking for places to find copy for people. And I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists. I don't think you can find it. I don't think that you can just download it from anywhere. So my only advice, and yes, this is a long-winded video, is that you're going to have to talk to somebody, another voice actor. And if they've been doing this for a while, they should be able to help you. That's probably going to be the only way that you'll be able to find really good copy. Now, if you're someone who is really good at the voices and, understands acting and writing, you could probably just do it yourself. And you could probably just over time get better and better at writing demo scripts like I did. But if you're looking for something that's really good out of the gate and you're not quite sure, or you've never really done anything like this, or you're new to voiceover, then definitely go and talk to someone. Absolutely. Most voice actors who've been doing this for a while, like myself, are willing to help people. They're willing, at least the good ones. I do know some garbage out there. I do know some people that will tell you to go and buy their book or, whatever. They'll tell you to pay an exorbitant amount of money. But most good voice actors are willing to help for free or for little money. And if it's just needing help and asking where to look, that's easy. So that's it. That's all I got. I am sweating. I'm knocking stuff over. I don't feel like I helped you guys. But if you did get some kind of benefit from this, awesome. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Totally fine. Subscribe if you're new, bell for notifications, and leave down in the comment section below if you have any questions. And my email is down below if you want help with this, if you're needing copy, if you're needing coaching, all that kind of stuff, let me know down below. And until next time, I'm dying. Peace.